We've got some Too Short, and I definitely feel like this album is a is pretty much elite. The reason why, if I had to recommend for someone who was born, a 90s person or 1987 and on, I would pretty much recommend this album as one of the first Too Short albums that you take a look at. Mainly because I don't know how many people can pull out Run DMC and 80s, early 90s stuff and listen to it. But Too Short has been here since about the mid 80s. Longer. He's been making albums longer than I've been alive, and he's definitely created a lot of presence in the rap world in doing that. So this is something, before Tupac was popping, before Dr. Dre was NWA, Too Short was out making records, and he's been able to do it. And something to pay attention to. This album, he does something. He hooks up with Lil Jon and Jazzy Faye on this album. Now, the thing about it is, I don't know Jazzy Faye as much, but I do know Lil Jon from the mid 2000s, and I kind of wondered what happened after about 2005 or so. If you remember, Crunk Juice coming out, and then September 2005, there's no Lil Jon. Well, he started working on stuff. He made songs like Snap Your Fingers, and he worked on this album. That was definitely one thing he did, and it's excellent. You get diagnosed rather quickly with this sort of thing. And so Too Short himself knows how to make things get you riled up. This is another thing, and there's more colors to the album than just strip club, party, and club joints. So just pay attention to that. But we'll get into it. Like I said, this does have flavors, and it's pretty much about, I'd say, when I consider, well, let's just get to it. So you can smoke to this. I definitely feel like out of 16 songs, there's probably a good 5 or 6 that are good for that. Moneymaker, Blow the Whistle, 16 Hoes, Sadiddy, and I Want Your Girl. All those are really good ones. And then Nothing Feels Better is another one. The production was really excellent. Like, I just enjoyed it pretty much. I mean, this is the kind of music that you want. I mean, this to me feels like you can actually pick this album up and not think, well, it's going to get boring after 15 minutes. Sometimes I'm aware that happens, and you want to be able to have a CD in your car and be able to listen to maybe more than 3 or 4 songs and not feel gypped. This is basically a full stuffed album. I mean, 16 songs, and then to have the amount that I'm getting ready to give you, this is Too Short. That's definitely on par. So, yeah, the production, I don't know if I mentioned it, but 16 Hoes is pretty mellow. That's got like bells in there. I like that one. Nothing Feels Better just feels like a lazy day. Sun, it's real hot out, that sort of thing. Moneymaker really feels like a dancing song. Blow the Whistle is kind of something you'd expect from an underground rapper. Almost something I'd expect from Exhibit. Burn Rubber feels like a Lil Jon song. And, you'll just have to listen to some more. So the unheard songs, I liked 8 out of 16, plus 2 almost songs. So we'll share those. The 8 are Blow the Whistle, Burn Rubber Part 2, Keep Bouncing, Moneymaker, Nothing Feels Better, 16 Hoes, Sadiddy, and I Want Your Girl. Now, the 2 almost songs were Stripped Down and Shake It Baby. So, Blow the Whistle was the song that was going for radio, and I think that's fine. Really, This is kind of introduction to what you're going to be dealing with. It's what the album is called. That one, I like the fact that Too Short, he's not someone that I recall ever really hearing on the radio. I just don't remember hearing him on like a song that you'd hear on a standard radio station. I mean, you'd have to dig a little bit deeper to find him, but him making songs for that, I like how that turned out. So plus, then you're gonna like the beat on there. It's just muddy. Moneymaker feels like something you should know from Lil Jon. That's one of the immediate songs to go to. Nothing Feels Better, like I said, is pretty lazy. That one I think you'll like. And this is, fair to play around women. This is good to play around women too. And, it's not just constant, this danger associated with it. There is some fun moments on here that happen. And Sadiddy is another Lil Jon beat. I think both of these are really, you'll recognize them, and they're pretty crunked up, really party ready. I Want Your Girl has a different sounding beat, an E40, and some West Coast cats are on there. Shake It Baby, I like that one, but it didn't really have the regular rap verse type thing, so that one was, just let you know it's not standard type song, but I think I'll probably like it later down the road. And I'd probably say Keep Bouncing is another one. Snoop Dogg shows up on here. will.i.am does too. And that one's pretty good. So, pretty much just check out all 10 of these songs that I said. Jazzy Faye does have some good stuff. He does give him a couple energetic songs, but it feels more like we're trying to show a different shade to Too Short than just constantly out and about. So, Nothing Feels Better, Sophisticated are songs like that. But Stripped Down kind of wasn't. Now I was kind of wondering, that one just left a question mark over my head. So, but yeah, I'm thinking for this album, I do recommend it, and 10 out of 16, that's going to get a 7 out of 10. 8 out of 16 would be a 5, but if I like those two songs, that's basically, right middle. So I'd give it a higher score if it was just 8, though. It'd probably get like a 6 or so. But we'll just say a 7, because I think I'm going to end up liking this. And the future, Too Short, he went to prison. He's been doing stuff. He's getting ready to turn 50. There's things that are going on. And, we just have to see what he's up to. I think he'll be back, though. Is this album social? I will give it a 6.5 social, just because you're going to have to hunt for this. You may not find them off the bat, but it's definitely got those ready songs. If you were to hear them, you're going to like them. That's definitely something. And can it be topped? No, this is pretty close. I mean, this may be two or three more good songs would have made this top shelf, which it is pretty damn near close to. Subscribe for more fun. I give this album a 7 and a 6.5 social.